Hey guys, it's Freckled Mango. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I have part 2 of my Viktor tutorial. I already did part 1 a while ago. Part 1 was more of an anime version of my Viktor cosplay, and then this one is the more natural version that I do, and that I kind of prefer doing. There's always 2 different ways of doing a anime character's makeup. So the first way, which I did back in my other video, is making it look like you're the anime. So it's taking you, a real person, and making you an anime. And the second part is like reverse. You take the anime character and make it into you. So yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do today. And for the last bit of my video, I'm actually going to show you how to make your wig look like it's coming out of your head without needing a lace front, because lace fronts are expensive and sometimes people can't afford them or don't know where to find them. So my way of doing it cost me like the price of the wig, $10, and then the cost of this, which was, I don't know, $6 on sale. Not usually that expensive, so like 16, 20 bucks is what it cost me to do this. So yeah, just stay tuned to figure out how I do that. Make sure to check back on my other video on how I did Viktor, and then subscribe to see more videos.
To start off, I already have primer and my contacts in, and I'm just putting on a wig cap and pulling out the area of my hair where you're going to be seeing the hairline on my wig. This is for a part much later on that is going to help make your non-lace front wig look like a lace front. Now I'm going in with my foundation, and I normally wouldn't use my fingers for this, but this particular foundation looks a lot more natural when I do. And then I'm just going in with concealer and putting it in on a triangle shape under my eyes. Now I'm going in with a sort of grayish toned brown for my contour and just chiseling out my cheeks a little as well as my jawline. And I'm also going in and contouring my nose, trying to get it as straight and slim as possible. And then I'm just blending it out a little with a tiny bit more product on a smallish blush brush. Now I'm using a powdered foundation and a huge fluffy brush to blend everything out and make it look a lot more natural and blended. And then I'm going on with my eyeshadow palette and using a fairly light shade to help highlight a little bit, and going in as well with an actual highlighter. Now I'm going in with a milk eye pencil, a white eye pencil, and putting that on my eyelashes to make them super white and pale and just like Viktor's. And I'm blending that out on my eyelid and under my eyes, and putting a sort of medium beige color on top just to help make my eyes look a lot less white. And then I'm just contouring a bit under my eyes to make them seem a little bigger. Some gray eyeshadow to my eyelashes, first of all to set the cream eye pencil a little bit, but also to make them match my wig more. And then I'm just lining my eyes with a brown eyeshadow to give them shape, but not to darken up the eyes too much. Now I'm going in with a gray, it's a lip pencil by NYX, but it also works in the eyes, and I'm just lining my waterline so that my eyes are defined and shaped, but it's not adding color to the white lashes. And then I'm using that same pencil to fill in and shape my eyebrows. It's a little bit dark, but I'm going to be lightening that up a little bit later. Now I'm just going to brush out my eyebrows a little bit because this is a creamed base liner. I don't want there to be too much bulk in it. And then I'm going over with that same white eye pencil that I used before just to lighten it up and make it match the wig a little bit more. And then I just use the brush the brush side of the brush to blend out the two colors a little bit more, and then I go in and add some gray eyeshadow to matte it down a little bit. And then I'm just using concealer to help shape out the eyebrows a little more. I kind of get a lot of dark gray everywhere, but I want them to look a little bit more perfect. Next, I'm going in with a sort of reddish, brickish lip color and concealer as well, just to give a light, natural, nudie lip color. I don't like just putting straight concealer over my lips because it doesn't look that natural. And then I just put my Urban Decay setting spray on. I am putting on my wig, and I just pulled down the section of hair that I took out earlier. And I'm pinning the part of the wig that needs to be out of the way. After I do that, I'm just dividing my hair down the middle, and I'm using a Snazaroo water face paint. Any sort of watery face paint will work. I'm using this one because it matches the wig pretty well, and I'm just putting that on a toothbrush, brushing it through my real hair, and just trying to blend it in with the wig as much as possible. It's okay to get it on your face. I got it on my face a lot. You just have to reapply foundation afterwards. I'd probably actually do this before putting on the makeup. You can basically use this for your entire hairline. It might be a little bit harder if you have darker hair, or if you have long hair and you're dealing with a short wig or super short hair, but generally this technique should work for most wigs. If you do have black hair and you're trying to get like gray or blue or something and it's not exactly showing up, You could just brush some of the white cream eye pencil or cream paint over your hair first, and then put the color on top. Using the toothbrush and, you know, combing it out every once in a while does help it look a lot more natural. If you just put it on straight and don't brush it out, it's going to look really clumpy and not quite the look you're going for. It takes a lot of, you know, going in and adding more color and then brushing it out and trying to blend it as much as possible. Here I don't quite have it blended, but I do add a lot more of the snazzaroo to it. Go. I added a whole bunch more of the face paint, but it does blend a lot better. It's fine if it looks a little bit darker, but I generally like to get the same hue and the right shade if possible. But yeah, that's how I made my non-lace front wig look pretty much like a lace front. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something and put this tutorial to good use. And I'll see you next time.